Like, do you think there's anyone in your vicinity who could be a serial killer besides you?
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Listen, first of all,
I,
there's no such thing as a black serial killer. I ain't never seen one in my life. There's
oh, yes,
there-
there is. Lucky Charms, Count Chocula, Golden Grams. We kill all them some bitches.
yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarath and Chris's movie therapy podcast. Feed the hair. What you mean?
Yeah, I need to get it to
Yeah,
grow more.
Get the keratin, so you can get them. So you can get them S curls.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the soul glow.
What's a type of hairstyle you've never had?
A mullet.
A mullet?
Hell yeah! Turn your lights on. I
Like
just
no.
realized. Well, then turn them up or something's off. That's for damn sure.
Well, it's darker out right now, but that better?
It's a little better.
Hold on. I'm at 35, 36 right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That looks a little too bright. Maybe. Yeah, right there. Because before you look really, really soft.
Yeah, bro. That's because because a brother moisturizes.
She get the fuck out of here. She get like, well, let me find out you getting some Jesse and Ryu's coconut water. Oh man.
Speaking of coconut water, welcome to the latest episode of Sarath and Chris's movie therapy podcast. It's your boy Sarath, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Ford Delta. How's everybody doing out there?
Bro, you look like them dudes that be working at like the little fucking tiki huts. They be like cutting open fresh coconuts.
Hey, shit. I got a job. I'm just saying. And actually,
I mean, I feel like okay, that's really like the only fruit or something like that where like you can open up a hut strictly off of that one thing. Like all they do is they have like loads of fucking coconuts,
mhm,
like cut them, strip them down, cut the top off, pop the straw in.
pretty much, and they fill it up with fucking Malibu or whatever the heck they put in there.
Yeah, but like what other stands can you do that with? Like fruits or vegetables and shit like that. Like
A watermelon, if you
in
do it
Asia
right.
they do with durian.
A what?
You ain't never had a durian?
I never heard of it.
Bruh. Man, listen, next time we're at my parents' house, I'm like, Mom, go buy a durian. And
Okay.
make sure Chris is in the room when you open that motherfucker.
Really?
Bruh. That is, man, that smell will fucking empty out a house.
Really?
Yes.
Holy shit, that doesn't sound good.
And the taste is an acquired taste.
Like, it's
I've had durian like shakes before, like like the boba shakes.
Mm-hmm.
I've had durian ones before. They're not bad, but like the actual fruit, bruh.
Really?
Yeah, it looked like you pulled out someone's ulcer and said, "Let me chew on this motherfucker." It's like the shape of it. I don't know how to describe it. Like,
you gotta find a picture and send it to me.
But it's got like this custardy fucking like texture to it. Yeah,
It doesn't sound appealing at all.
yeah. What kind of fruits in Africa are different around here?
I ain't never been to Africa.
Hey, listen, man, you be having dreams at night. I know that thing popped up in your dreams. Like, you know what? I want one of those.
I dream about fried chicken. Pork chops. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yes.
You every night you dream of it, and every day you make that dream.
I get one. At least I know dreams do come true. Shit.
You ever had jollof rice?
Jollof. I heard of it.
I think it's like some kind of African kind of rice. I've never had it, but I've heard it like brought up before.
I'm not gonna say that I had it or I haven't, but the name sounds really, really familiar, especially if it's like a overseas type of rice or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Based on different restaurants. Something tells me I might have had it, but I really don't remember.
Closest thing I've ever had to like African, I'm not close thing. Like the only African food I've had was that Ethiopian restaurant you took me
to. Okay.
That shit was finger licking good.
There you go with the rabbit.
Listen, when it's good food, the taste buds come to play.
Yeah, I get that.
Come into play. There was a crazy
movie.
thing in this movie.
Yeah. Now
Now,
this is one thing I might put my horror jersey on the wall. Like I can't do this one. I'm not taking it for the team.
all right. So for those listening, this week's movie was a little something I found on HBO Max. It's was brought to my attention by a friend of mine. I'll be honest, I don't remember which friend it was,
Damn,
but
that
the name
sucks.
itself just stuck in my head. I want to say it was my friend Ryan from work, but not sure. But it was just brought to my attention. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, we need a movie. Let's try this one. And boy, yeah, it was not what I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not what I was expecting.
Definitely not, but I did think it was good. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the name of the movie was
Barbarian,
yeah on HBO
HBO
Max.
Max. Yeah. Recently, I looked it up and like I didn't even know it was in theaters, but apparently it had like a $4 million budget and it made like a box office of like 45 million.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for something like that, like I don't know.
Not because the movie, in my opinion, wasn't bad. Like it did get a little cheesy towards the end.
Okay, yeah, I can get with that.
But with the budget being that low and
Yeah.
what they probably had to do to film it,
Yeah.
then it actually I think it came out pretty good for that budget. You know
Yeah.
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I like it or I don't yet.
Okay.
I think maybe in our conversation today, I might lean one way or the other. I'm not sure yet. I mean, I will say like the cast on it was actually pretty good. But I don't know who the
Yeah.
girl was. I've never heard of her before. But like
Mm-mm.
Justin Long,
Mm-hmm.
the second dude in there, was in like Drive Me to Hell or Drag Me to Hell. He was in like Accepted and Dodgeball.
I will say, okay. I remember from Dodgeball. Wasn't he on the TV series too?
Was he? I don't know.
Okay, maybe not, but I did know his face.
Yeah, he was in the
Oh,
first what was that? The first Jeepers Creepers?
okay,
The only good Jeepers Creepers?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then in Dodgeball, he was the one washing the ribs with the big fat dude talking about getting there real nice and deep like.
But then the other dude that was in it, Bill Sarsgaard, like, do you recognize him?
He's Pennywise.
Yeah. It's crazy.
He
Like,
yeah.
first of all, that whole family is just crazy. Like that
Oh,
whole family is like really good actors.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know his family acted.
Well, no, because he has a brother, Alexander Sarsgaard, and he's I'm trying to think of a movie that he might have been in that you would recognize. Um, I feel like there was a movie we watched that he was in. It was like a buddy comedy movie with the white dude and the Mexican dude from Ant-Man.
Oh, oh, God dang it. Shit. Well, Michael Pena.
Yeah, with Michael Pena. Was
Yeah.
that was that old school MCR? Was that movie cover roulette?
It might have been.
Yeah.
Might have been. I can't. But the white dude in that movie was his brother.
That's his brother.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
and then their dad, I believe it's their dad, is the dude that played the scientist in Thor.
Oh, what's it? Natalie Portman's dad or uncle or
Yeah,
teacher,
professor,
whatever.
whatever, her
Yeah.
boss, whatever. Yeah, that dude. That's their dad.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
Yeah. It's crazy. You when you go through that Hollywood fucking that
tree.
Hollywood like yeah, family tree kind of stuff, you
Mhm.
start to realize like there's a lot of like famous people or people with notoriety whose kids end up being like actors or in shit like that. Like
Yeah.
you ever seen Girl with the Dragon Tattoo?
Yes.
You know the girl that played the detective? What's her I forget her name. But the gothic girl.
Hold on. She wasn't the detective. She was
Well, she was like a not a detective, but she was like an analyst kind of
she
hacker.
was like she was like her own funded detective.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. But like, I forget what her real name is. But like, her, I think her grandfather owns the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then her grandfather on the other side of the family owns the Buffalo Bills.
Ain't that some shit?
Oh, it's her name's Rooney Mara,
Okay.
and then her sister played Sue Storm in like the updated Fantastic Four, the one Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually didn't see that one, but I know you're talking about.
Yeah, but it's interweaves.
That's
Man.
crazy.
Yeah. Okay, but like so this movie Barbarian is it's a horror flick. It's an indie horror flick. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, indie horror movies, like what would you rate this?
I'd say at least an 8, maybe a 7. But I'll tell you why once we get to talking about it. Because for me, it's been a long time since I've seen a good thriller that actually had a thriller feel to it.
Yeah.
At least in the beginning portion of the movie.
Yeah. I will say the movie, I'll give this movie a 7 because I actually think it was very creative for the way they try to tell this story.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I liked the way they told the story, but I liked the fact that like they went about it in a non-traditional way.
I have an idea for what they might have been leaning towards, but before we dive in, what you drinking?
All right. So,
are you drinking?
Oh yeah, I'm drinking. Yeah, but yeah, okay. So we about to get into spoilers then. We getting into spoilers now?
Oh,
we're doing our spoilery toast.
We're going to dive right into it.
All right. So, I mean, if for those who've been listening for a while, you know, I think we're gonna start, you know, instituting our toast a little later on in the podcast versus, you know, when we started off in the beginning because we realized we gotta go off the rails a little too early.
We go off the rails the whole damn episode.
But I mean, for my shot, I got a little bit of my Angel's Envy left.
Somebody been drinking that shit down.
No. This is the same amount that was left after the last podcast.
Okay, they ain't got to lie to me. That could be a whole new bottle. Look,
listen, listen. This is one of those moments where I do not pull a Chris Brown.
Look, I feel like somebody's on their T-Pain status, getting drunk and forgetting what they did.
Nah. You.
No, I stay drunk.
And I don't want to bring up, you know, fucking stories.
Hey, no dirty laundry. That's different. I'm talking about you right now.
Okay, but other than that, I got the this cider that I found at Liquor 44 down on Boston Road in Springfield.
Oh, nice.
I just saw it and like just stuck out to me. I don't know why, but it's called Far From the Tree Rita.
Interesting.
And it's a margarita inspired cider.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah. It's a 6.5% alcohol, produced and canned far from the tree, Salem, Massachusetts. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna see how this goes.
Indeed.
Margarita inspired cider. I don't know.
I don't know. That's why I said it sounds really interesting, but I'll see your reaction.
Yeah, what you got?
My usual. You know me. Always gotta keep it real.
Some Jacques Daniel.
And I'm gonna do a nice cool glass of Chardonnay tonight.
Chardonnay.
Yeah. I said it again. Remember last time, like episodes ago, he's like, don't you ever say that again.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, come on. Just say I'm getting a glass of wine.
Chardonnay. I gotta name what it is.
All right. Well, you know, let's pop this shot.
Pop this
into these spoilers.
This popsicle stand.
Yeah, because like, you know, this is it's an interestingly laid out movie.
Indeed.
And there was a moment within the movie where I was really like, I don't know if I like this because of a specific moment. Ooh, I only got enough for one shot, so I just pour it out.
Tell everybody you go to the store.
I know. I should send right with a backpack, some money, and a note.
For real.
But nah, knowing him, he just pointed at bottom shelf shit because he can't reach up top. He's like,
that's why the notes on him.
Hey, give me that potpourri.
Man. Oh shit. No, that's the other shit. That's your parent shit.
All right, brother. Cheers.
Yes, indeed. Cheers.
Woo.
I needed that.
That's warming me up.
Maybe I rushed the shot a little on purpose.
What you trying to?
You know, I just got off work. I needed that shot.
No, I know. He's like, yeah, let's get to these spoilers quick. I need to get this in my blood.
For real, man. I'm running on E.
All right. Well, okay. So since we're jumping into the spoilers already, all right. So the moment in the movie where I felt like it might have fell off the rails for me, I'm not sure, is there's a moment in time like where it's telling a story between like Bill Skarsgård and the girl. Like they stay in the Airbnb, and they're trying to figure that shit out. But then all of a sudden, it abruptly cuts off and goes to Justin Long, and he's an actor driving in Hollywood. And it felt at that moment, it felt like two different movies, and I was just like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I liked how abrupt it was. I like how they brought it back and they brought it all together.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if I like how like that one spot ended and the next one began.
And I actually did like it because in my opinion, of course, the beginning part of the movie, it's so drawn in, like the music, the story that's being told, the neighborhood, like just every little thing that they pointed out. It's like it looks like it's a creepy movie, and you try to figure out what's going on. So then when it abruptly stops, it cuts to that. I felt like it was like a cool break from what you just saw. Like how much more of a thriller can you get from those two at that moment?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I felt like them cutting it off and going to what's his name, Justin Long?
Yeah.
Going to his character and his life at that moment. I felt like it was a cool let your brain process what you just saw and then try to figure out what you're looking at right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, so I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
I don't know if I like how abrupt it literally went boom and then just cut. Even if it was like a fade out or something where it was like something where like you could have built the tension up and then all of a sudden it just it ends, but maybe on a slower rhythm before it cut to him driving in California. It was just literally so boom and then just.
Okay, well, this is also my opinion. I think it was needed because the person that ladies and gentlemen, spoilers, y'all know what we do.
Yeah.
The person that dies in the movie is a headliner for movies.
Yeah.
So I didn't see that coming. You know what I'm saying? So to do a movie where you have a guy that's known for acting in certain roles, and you kill him off, it's like instantly, it's like holy shit, what just happened? Because I thought he was a main character, which he is, but I didn't see that coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, what was the last thing that happened before it cut off? Because he gets killed.
She the killer screams in the girl's face.
Yeah,
and then it cuts off.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, imagine if like she fucking like imagine if like okay, he killed the guy, whatever, and all of a sudden like it was just instead of being so like yelling and then cut, it was almost like all of a sudden she's like, what the fuck? She runs away and like all of a sudden that thing just slowly starts going after her, and then it fades to black and goes to the next thing. I don't know. I just didn't like the fact that like she screamed and then it abruptly cut to the thing. But again, it brought it around after, but it was so jarring. Just I'm not sure how I felt about it in that moment.
And that's always good cut, bad cop. I actually liked it. I liked the cutoff because it gave you no time to think. Yeah, it gave you just let your brain process what just happened. The whole first, what was that? Was that the first 40-30 minutes of the movie?
Yeah, about 30-35 minutes of the movie.
It gave your whole brain time to process because it went really slow, but it went really good.
Yep.
And then it just stops. So you're sitting like, yo, what the fuck just happened? And then it cuts to the ocean. You're just like, okay, where's this going now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, all right. So the first half of this movie starts off as like, what I don't know the girl's name, Tess. In the movie, her name is Tess.
Yeah.
But so she's coming to do some kind of like
job interview, I think, right?
Either a job interview or some kind of like function in Detroit or whatever. And she books an Airbnb. And then when she shows up at the Airbnb, she realizes someone else had booked the Airbnb and at the same time.
Yeah.
And, conversations happen and, they end up sharing the Airbnb that night. What would you do in that situation? You show up at Airbnb that you paid for and another motherfucker sitting in there enjoying your soap and your fucking and your couch and whatever you're supposed to be partaking in at that moment.
Now I'm gonna visualize this from both angles. Me being the guy that's already in the house, and
Hmm.
then me being the guy that approached it. Now, if I'm the guy already in the house, and it's a young lady, and then
Yep.
knowing what's going on, the gentleman, like, it's like, let's figure out what happened first, because if I got proof that I ordered this, you got proof you ordered it. Let's
Yeah.
see if we can figure this all out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna make her stay because the world is just creepy. And even though I know I'm not a creepy guy, at least to me I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want her to know that she's gonna be safe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So of course I would invite her to, and let's figure this out, whatever. And if we can't, then make decisions. Now,
Yeah.
if I reverse it and I'm the person that approaches the house and there's a young lady in there, then I'm not even going to try to offer to stay because I'm a big ass dude, big ass black dude at that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And if she's already in there and we confirm that she got it, I got it at the same time, whatever,
Yep.
don't worry about it. I'll get my car and I'll push through. I've slept in my car before. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay, but what if the person offers? Like
You missed it.
he offered, like, hey, like
You missed
it's
that
like
joke.
yeah, I know you have. Listen, yeah.
We ain't gonna talk. We ain't gotta talk
No, no,
about
no.
it. But go ahead.
I'm saying, my man's a ramen chef. This is a ramen chef. But
Oh man.
no, but I mean, the dude offered for her to stay. Like, hey, like I'm not gonna fucking send you out there with no fucking rhyme or reason. Like, hey, at least you can stay the night and then we'll figure it out. Like, whatever.
And that's what I'm saying.
Obviously, that's a creepy situation, but
Hmm.
like, I feel like if I'm in that situation, I do the same thing. Like, hey, man, like, it's not your fault. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Like, especially if I know I'm not a creepy person, I'm like, hey, man, like, I'm not gonna fucking send you off on your way. Like, just fucking stay the night and we'll figure this out in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, I would just tell her who I am. I mean, even though she found his ID, but look, this is me. This is where I'm from.
Hey, you'd be
Call
like,
you.
hey, anyway, hey, so listen, name's Chris Brown, black. Uh, you can stay here with me if you want.
No, I just tell her that, hey, text somebody that cares about you. Take a picture if you want. I know this sounds fucking crazy, but I do it well, if I go on a date, I do it on a date all the time.
Text somebody, bro. Man, listen.
No, no, because the world's fucking crazy. And look at me, dude. I'm a 250-pound black dude covered in tattoos. You know
In
what I'm saying?
Alabama.
Piercings. So if I happen to, you know, venture out and do that,
Yeah.
I mean, I already know I'm gonna prepare myself and be fine. But I always tell them, look, you see my car, that's my license plate. This is look that way they know I'm not gonna play with you. You know what I'm saying? If
Hold
shit
on.
goes left,
Yeah.
then cover your bases. So mine's are already covered.
Hold on.
Hey, Sarath, this is where I am. This is what might happen. All right. Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. Wait a second.
So I'm just saying my bases are covered already.
It's not bad. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
you didn't do the gopher lips.
No. Yeah, it's not bad. It doesn't have the tanginess of a normal cider. Yeah, it's not bad.
Was there any fizz to it at all? It looks like you're drinking like a big ass cup of cold green tea.
No, there was a little bit, but like I poured it earlier. But I mean,
No.
no, but it's just the flavor of it. Like there's a saltiness to it that reminds me of like the rim of a margarita.
Okay.
So like I like that because that's just interesting. But the flavor wise, I don't really care for it.
Gotcha.
But I mean, listen, if I'm a girl, if I'm a girl and the dude already has that set up, hey man, text this person, text him or whatever. Like you sound like you've been through this before. I'd be like, why the fuck does this motherfucker have this spiel down pat already?
Because I know what I look like. And that's all it is.
Yeah, no. You'd be like, oh, he's either up to something or this motherfucker is a whore and he just runs through this spiel like 3 times a week.
Nah, it's 3 times a day. There's a difference. Nah. But I mean, that's just the way I would do it, just to because at the end of the day, I want her to feel as safe as possible if I was in that position. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna be safe, but I can handle myself a lot different. I'm not saying she can't. Women, I'm not trying to say y'all can't handle yourselves.
Yeah,
For the record,
you chauvinist motherfucker.
look, I mean, shit, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know me. And I would want her to feel as safe as possible. So, in what he did in the movie, and you could have the bed, this, that, whatever. I did the same shit.
would you have been? Would you like? Would you have been if you were a girl in that situation? Would you have like looked at the dude like, no, 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 like this? You're a little too creepy right now, because motherfucker, you're offering me all this shit. Next, thing you know, I walk out the fucking bedroom and you got a fucking bottle of wine with a bow on it and some wine
Well,
glass.
he didn't have the bottle of wine. It was just sitting. He was like, I guess they left it or whatever.
No, no, but when she walked out the room, motherfucker, the bow was on the fucking wine glass.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. After she came out the bathroom for
Yeah,
freshening it up.
because he said about the wine glass, the wine bottle, they left it. But then also she comes out like that. I'm like, come on, bro. Like you're making this a little too. I understand maybe you're doing it in a way where you're trying to like break the ice. Not
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily a break the ice as in I'm trying to get with you, but more of a I'm just trying to make light of the situation. Like fuck it, we might as well just
But see, I thought that was actually portrayed pretty good because he mentioned, I noticed you didn't drink the tea and you didn't see me make it. So I figured if you see me open this, you know it's safe.
bro. Listen,
Sometimes you got to say shit like that.
I understand that, but
You seen Get Out?
yeah, yep. So,
Shit.
there's some days where I feel like you're gonna be in one of those situations, and I'm gonna be like, told that motherfucker.
Hey,
But Get Out ain't a movie; it's a goddamn autobiography.
shit. That's why I keep certain types of weapons on me. Some you can see, some you can't see.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing: I feel like if someone is that aware of
Mhm.
a situation like that, like, hey, you're watching me that closely, and I just fucking met you, I'd be fucking like, hey, man, back the fuck up, man. I'll put up a cross. You either a vampire or a fucking or a predator. Either
Mm.
way, like you're giving me red flags, like you're paying a little too much attention to me for considering you're someone I just met 10 minutes ago.
And you know, I can see that, but that's what makes it so hard because, in my opinion, all he did was name everything, even though it's a movie, but everything movie show.
Yep.
So it's like I'm gonna put it all out there first. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I'm aware of it because I know you're aware of it,
Yeah.
and this is not what I'm trying to do. This is our situation tonight. We're stuck in the same place. Like you said, can we just make light of it? And
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it. But at the same time, like you got to think if you're a girl on guard
oh yeah, definitely.
and you realize, hey, this motherfucker's paying attention to whether I picked up the fucking cup or not. Like that's to me, that's a red flag. Like he's paying a little too close attention to the minutia and the little details for someone who's just hey trying to get some sleep for the night.
Yeah, but at the same time,
He's this
um,
motherfucker trying to get some. That's what it
if
is.
you reverse it though, like okay, reverse it. Let's say you come out the bathroom and the guest is sitting there. Like I noticed you didn't drink the tea.
I
Maybe
would look at the
because
motherfucker like, hey, wait, why are you watching me that closely?
no, okay, you would probably do that, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. I didn't see him make the tea, but if you're really just trying to be cool, then open the wine. I'm gonna take a sip with you,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
How would she
keep it
go?
as.
I would look at her like if I noticed that she didn't drink the tea,
Mhm.
I would ask her, hey, did you like the tea? Or did you enjoy
Well,
the tea?
no,
And
fuck. They
then
go
that
straight.
might be creepy too, right?
They must go straight to the point. Like if it's a verse and I come out and she's like, I noticed you didn't drink the tea. Like, yeah, I wasn't really in the mood for it. I'm not gonna say, yeah, I didn't want it. I seen Get Out, but I
Yeah.
bet, yeah, I wasn't really in the mood for it.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, I figured maybe because you didn't see me make it, whatever. I'm like, you know what? You got a point because you already tell me what I already know.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to be cool and I can
Yeah.
see you're trying to be cool, open the bottle. I'll have a glass with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
That's up to me.
she started to fall in love with that motherfucker. She was like, this little cute white boy. Got his flannel on.
He about to drag it down to the sewer. Don't do it.
But I mean, like, god damn. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't in that situation, like if I'm in the situation where someone is already in the Airbnb that I booked myself,
Mhm.
I'm on guard. Like, did he really book it himself? He could just be showing me some shit. And like he
Well,
was to me, he was given all the red flags of someone who like it was a setup. Even though in the movie it wasn't a setup, he was
mhm.
giving all the scenarios of this motherfucker is gonna trap me in this place and fucking steal my liver or fucking
I could definitely see that. But
yeah,
if there's proof that you know is real proof,
yeah.
like, hey, I'm showing you this is the website I use to do this. You know what I'm saying? She found his wallet or whatever. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm not saying let your guard down.
Yeah.
Still be on point, but chill out for a second. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah. All right. So let's get past that for a little bit. One.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's something I usually do because I book a lot of Airbnbs. You know this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One of the first things I do when I book an Airbnb is I hit Street View. I want to see what that motherfucking neighborhood looks like. Like, who the fuck? Why is there an Airbnb in that neighborhood?
Look, I agree. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe that was what the movie was trying to tell people. Look at all your surroundings when you book an Airbnb in the future. Because I don't think she knew her neighborhood because she got there when it was raining and dark.
Yeah.
And when she's standing on the porch trying to figure it out, and they actually showed the neighborhood, even I could see at night, like, this don't look too good. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, when she went to the fucking conference or whatever, and the lady was like, "You over there?" Like, she's looking at him like, "You should, yeah, it's not bad, whatever." And I was like, yeah, no, take care of yourself, like, relax, like, bruh, man, like, if I walked out in the morning of my Airbnb and saw that shit,
yeah,
I'd be like, God damn, like, first of all, who would ever buy a house in that area? And like, I don't know. It's because it's fucking decrepit. Okay, so for those who obviously you people haven't watched. My bad.
You people? What do you mean, you people?
That's exactly why I said that. No, like, for those who haven't watched the movie, like, when she walks out of the house, every other house on this block is like foreclosed, graffiti everywhere, boarded up, and there's just one lone house that's in good condition.
Yeah.
Like, why? I thought that was too much. That, to me, that's where one of the things was, to me, it was a little too unrealistic.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. I think I'd be more creeped out if all that shit was happening in a house that was in a bright neighborhood that kids run around in. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You ever wondered about that? Because I book a lot of Airbnbs. I prefer Airbnbs over hotels, and like, sometimes I wonder, fuck has happened at an Airbnb. But at the same time, I wonder. I've had more bad experiences at hotels than I have, Airbnbs. Like, there was one time at a hotel in Baltimore. I'm pretty sure whoever it was in the room above me died. I remember I remember one night I'm sitting there trying to sleep and I hear dripping. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then next thing you know, like, the light socket in the roof, in the ceiling, just start pouring water coming out the light socket. What the fuck is going on? It wasn't like a drip, it was fucking running. So I went down to the front desk, told them, hey, there's a leak in whatever room is above us, all this shit. So they transferred us to the next room, to another room on the floor, whatever. Next morning, I went running. I went to go get coffee. I was on my way back, and there was a motherfucking ambulance. So in my head, I was like, somebody fucking drowned or committed suicide in that goddamn tub, and the motherfucker just filled up and just started pouring out. Either way, yeah. Sometimes I prefer Airbnbs over hotels.
And I'm not really the Airbnb person.
I kind of want another shot, but like,
I'm gonna drink one. This is America. You get your peanut butter whiskey, don't you?
No, I don't got it. I haven't had peanut butter whiskey for a while. I got my infusions, but I can't touch them until Saturday.
Did you finish the rest of my Jack Daniel?
No, I got the Jack Daniel and I got my Puncher's Choice.
Just keep it real, brother. Just keep it real.
Should I grab the Jack?
Hey, I think you should.
Hey, those in the comments, tell me, should I grab the Jack? Obviously, I can't see it right now. I'm gonna go grab whatever the fuck I want to grab. But
get the Jack. It'll help you later.
I'm gonna go grab the Jack. But all right, so explain to the audience what, like, the issue with the basement.
Okay, I'm gonna okay, I'll walk them through that. I got you. So for you all that have seen the movie, the basement. The girl's looking for toilet paper, and she can't find it nowhere. So she goes to the basement and finds it, but the door closes by itself, and when it closes, it locks from the inside. There you go. This guy. So when she goes to the basement, the door closes and it's locked from the inside. Of course, we find later on throughout the movie why the basement door is locked from the inside. And while she's down there, she realizes that, she has the key, but she left her phone because the roommate, what's his name? Its character.
Its
Shit.
character.
Yeah, I can't think.
White dude. Just say the white dude.
Yeah, Keith. I was gonna call him Keith. Shit. But he leaves. You know what I'm saying?
Keith, yeah.
But she's trapped in the basement. While she's down there, she's looking around. She finds a string that's going through the wall, pulls it, and it ends up opening a secret door. Now, I ain't smart, but I ain't stupid. Some doors you don't need to walk through.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, before we even get into that, okay, so the Justin Long character who's in the second half of the movie, he actually owns this house. Like he's an actor, he lives out in LA, but that's some property he owns. First of all, would you not go visit the property before you buy it?
I was like,
right?
I think he seen the property. I just don't think he knew there was that many doors in the bottom of it.
No, but like, okay, so if you saw that house in that neighborhood, because there's no way in hell that neighborhood went to shit in 6 months.
Unless it was a Detroit riot. It was Detroit.
Yeah, but still, like, I feel like he would have went and at least checked out the property before he said, "Yo, let me buy that shit."
Yeah, true.
So it just felt so weird. The neighborhood is so decrepit that it felt out of place for a house to be clean and vacant in this neighborhood. And that's the thing one of the things that threw me off is like at least be in a neighborhood where there's a couple shitty houses, but there's still maybe some people living around there. Or
they didn't really,
the middle of nowhere or some shit.
Yeah, they didn't really emphasize how long he had been away.
Yeah,
which I'm guessing is a long time because he's talking to his mom about his situation.
Yeah,
she's like, when do you come back to Detroit? He's already there, but they don't know it.
Yeah.
And then she says, me and your dad want to see you. He's like, Dad said that, so that lets you know that him and his parents, or his dad at least, got some bad issues going on.
Yeah.
So maybe that was a way of saying he's been away for a long, long time.
I don't know, but to me as a viewer watching it, I'm like, there is no way a person owns a house in that kind of neighborhood and doesn't know the state of the neighborhood. That's just my opinion. Like, that's one of the things, that's one of the things that pulled me out of the movie, because like I get you're trying to establish this scenario where this girl is forced to stay in an Airbnb that's within this fucking decrepit neighborhood, but like that neighborhood wasn't necessarily decrepit. It was fucking like just empty. It's fucking run down and obsolete. It's not like someone owning a house that just happens to be in the projects. It's fucking everything is fucking abandoned in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Would you ever own property in a neighborhood like that, or would you sell it the minute you found out the neighborhood was going like that?
Nah. Are you talking about if I owned it and then it started going to shit, or would I buy it while it's at shit?
Both.
I wouldn't buy it if it's at shit unless I knew something everybody else didn't. Like it's gonna come back up. Or I got enough money to buy the whole neighborhood and turn it into a strip mall or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't just buy one house in a shitty ass neighborhood like that. Nah, fuck no.
Yeah. Because there wasn't really nothing else around the neighborhood. Like
nothing.
Like it was close. It wasn't close to a market or nothing. Motherfucker was close to like a water tower silo kind of shit.
Then wasn't like a little gas station or something where she found the police?
Yeah.
And then they didn't give a shit. Yeah, and which that tripped me out too, because if look at her, she looks like she got beat the fuck up.
Mhm.
And you mean to tell me you don't give a shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I swear to God. So I swear to God, like they were smart when they made this movie. Because if it was a white police officer,
I want. I was gonna say that. I was gonna
like,
say
oh,
it.
police officers don't give a shit. But because it was a brother, they were like, oh, what can you do?
And it was a little mixture. Like she wasn't a little white girl, a little black girl. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
But they look like they were skeptical too. Like I almost felt like it was the Body Snatchers, that old movie from like the 80s or something,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
where you got aliens coming and stealing people.
Bro, if you was a cop going into that neighborhood and you saw this girl living like this girl in the state she was in
Hmm.
this neighborhood, wouldn't you be a little skeptical? Like, what the fuck are you
Definitely.
doing here?
Yeah. What are you
Like,
doing here? Give me a background. What are you talking about?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And if she's conscious or has her wits enough to say,
She's conscious.
yeah, to give me a good enough story, because you're like, nobody lives here. Why are you here?
Yeah.
I came here for a convention. This is where I was staying.
Yeah, this is my
Something
Airbnb.
happened, whatever. I'm like, you know what?
Would you
Okay,
it
come down.
with the story she was telling you, would you have checked out the house?
Not by myself, but I'd have reported it. I'd have called somebody.
Yeah. I think I would have been uh 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 a little more like alert in that situation. Just
Yeah.
not necessarily with her, because she was, even though she was in the state she was in, she was all fucked up and dirty and shit like that. So she
Mhm.
could have been a fucking crackhead. But there's two brand new cars outside.
Exactly.
So
That's what I'm saying. Like, look
yeah.
at your surroundings, and you understand you got two cars in here that don't fit in clearly.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, I wouldn't have went about myself, because I mean they teach you in the military, don't do shit by yourself.
Yeah.
But I'd have definitely been like, okay, if it was me and you, I bet,
I'm
hey,
pushing
just
you in first.
oh, I would do it, but hey, you
You
stand
got,
right here in my sights.
all right, Kristen, you go downstairs. You got Mother Nature's natural camo. They ain't gonna see you.
When the feds meet you, they gonna smack you off a GP. You racist bastard.
Everybody,
Oh,
he can blend in. Go.
look,
But it's
but
dark. Exactly.
I would have definitely did it. I would have listened to her and just be like, okay, at least let me go in there and look, because
Yeah.
it sounds too good to be true.
Yeah.
But hey, get on the radio. You stand right here in the front door.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That way, once I get to the basement or whatever, once I get to the stairs and I see that door she's talking about, hey, Sarath, we got a problem. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This shit looks like something going on down here. But I ain't going no further than them basement stairs.
All
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So like when she opened the door, right, and she went as far as to set up a goddamn mirror under the light so she could see.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, if I see that door, my ass ain't going nowhere near it.
No. No.
Right?
Especially with no light.
Exactly.
Hell no.
You're going against every like black person stereotype in a horror movie. You supposed to run.
Look, for starters, I don't want to walk through no goddamn spider webs, because I don't know how big of them spiders are down there. Look, they get in places like that.
In Cambodia, we eat tarantulas, so
Okay,
spiders ain't shit to me.
okay, you know what? When we go, I want to see you catch one.
Delicacies.
I want to see you
I
catch
walk
one.
in there, I'm like, buffet time.
Shit, get the
Let's
fuck out of
go.
here.
Let's
Shit.
go. Them ain't spider webs, that's floss. Let's go.
Shit, okay. Mister, you ain't going in the house. You gonna send me in first, but let there be spider webs. You gonna be, oh shit, it's dinner time. Get the fuck out of here.
Uh,
But
in that scenario that we just went through, for some reason, my brother popped up in my head, and all I thought was Mr. Win.
how? Why?
I don't know why, but literally, as all that was going on, all I thought was Mr. Win, and then my brother's face popped up in my head. I'm like,
Oh gosh,
you the motherfucker that would be in there. I don't know.
man.
But yeah, okay. So she set up this mirror under the light so she could see into this hallway,
Mhm.
and then
Which I thought was actually kind of smart.
it is. But then she walks down the hall and she sees a goddamn bedroom with a pan.
A bed, blood handprints, bucket, and a camera. Dead giveaway.
See, here's the thing.
Dead giveaway.
All right, so here's the thing. I feel like that whole setup with the camera and shit was just to make it extra creepy, because the state that the old man was in when he was found by Justin Long, he couldn't have been engaging in any of that shit for that long. Like, the motherfucker looked like he had cancer for 3 years. Like,
yeah. I mean, but you got to remember, when they actually break it down, he was there when the neighborhood was still top notch.
yeah.
And he was already doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So for the listeners who haven't watched the movie, so there was a guy who he looked like the dude that played Rorschach in Watchmen. I don't think it was him, but he looked.
Okay.
But so apparently he, grabbed a bunch of supplies, and it sounded like he was the type of guy who kidnapped girls and put them in the room and filmed them doing shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, but in the state we find him in, like when we first see him in the movie, he's buying supplies and he's following a girl, which I don't know if it's the girl that is, the main villain.
Yeah.
Because you see the same dress that the girl's wearing, you see her in there, but they make it sound like it was a matter of incest, and eventually you get to a point where you got like a creature.
Yeah.
But
because he said that he was making babies with the moms, and then making babies with the babies, and making babies with the babies. Yeah. I was like, holy shit. He had cages down there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but I didn't see the cages. To me, didn't sound like he was keeping kids in there. It sounded like he might have had like a dog fighting ring. Like, it might have been Michael Vick down there. You don't even know.
Look, man, that's fucked up, but still.
Yeah, it is. But like when I saw the cages and stuff, like it didn't scream to me that like it was a guy who was keeping women down there. Other than the room, he might have had one more woman down there, but like, I don't know. I think it felt like whoever made the movie, it felt like they wanted to like punch up the creepiness factor, and they didn't really pay attention to the idea that like in the span of when the guy started this shit to when we find them is plausible. Because you got to figure when the guy got started with all this shit, it was a really nice neighborhood. The neighbor was just about to move out of the neighborhood. And then when we find the whole situation, it's a girl in a house that's completely like the whole neighborhood's abandoned. So it's gotta be what, like 15, 20 years?
It has to be, because like the colors were so bright, and that tells me it's like the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I really think this movie was based off of it was Amanda Berry, her story.
What the fuck is Amanda Berry?
If I got the name right, she was the one that was kidnapped in Homeboy's basement for like 20 years with 3 other girls. And
I pay attention to that kind of shit. I've never heard the name of
dude, it was on the news for like 5 months.
Yeah, but I've never heard the name Amanda Berry.
Maybe I got her name wrong, but because remember, I know you had to see the memes and everything on Facebook, whatever. The black dude she ran out the house and gave him a hug, and he was like, if a white girl went into a black man's arms, it's a dead giveaway.
Yeah,
that's why I said dead giveaway.
It was in Ohio. I remember it was in Ohio. I don't remember where, but okay, I know the story you're talking about. But yeah, because
he said he was sitting eating his McDonald's and everything, and honestly, I felt like this movie was playing off of that story.
Yeah,
dude that kidnaps girls, keeps them in the basement. Some of them got pregnant because remember they told their story after they got out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So this is all right. This is completely jumping ship and changing direction. All right. As you're a homeowner, right? As a homeowner, if you owned a property and then you decide to go visit that property and the entire neighborhood is fucked up, do you then go stay in that property, or do you look at it and be like, what the fuck happened in this neighborhood? Let me go get a hotel room and figure this shit out. Because Justin Long, after the shit happened with him and whatever happened in the commercial or the TV show where he was accused of raping a girl, So he had to basically go back to Detroit to just like chill and relax for a little bit.
He went back to sell the property and get some money.
But yeah, but like when you get there and see that shit, do you look at it and be like, what the fuck happened here? Or do you be like, yo, this is exactly what I bought?
In that situation, if I walked in, because the house did look pretty well put together.
Yeah, which is fucking
You know what
weird
I'm saying?
because like the whole neighborhood was fucked up. He's not there taking care of it,
Exactly.
but for some reason that house is still put together compared to everything else.
Yeah, and it's his house. So he's like, so if it's my house and I walk in and it's still put together, I might just stay there because it looks safe. Everything else looks fucked up, but this house looks pretty safe.
Yeah, but like the fact that the Justin Long character wasn't maybe he's not shocked that it's in a fucking shitty ass area.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. To me that threw me off. Like if I showed up at a house like that, I'm like, what the fuck happened in this area?
Hmm.
I don't know if I'm staying there. Like one, I don't know if I'm staying there. Two, if I bought the house while it was in that kind of state, I don't know. I just felt like I felt the neighborhood. I felt like they were trying to establish a feeling as far as like it's a good house in a fucked up neighborhood, and they kind of went a little too far as
See,
far as like the people making the movie, you know?
okay, and he also didn't know there was extra rooms in the house.
Yeah.
You know, so because I'm trying to put myself in that scenario. Like I know you've seen my house my mom's house back in the Orchard,
Mhm.
but that was of course years ago.
Yeah.
And the house was pretty big.
Yeah.
So if I let's just say now that I own a house,
Yep.
if I walked back into Massachusetts and I walked back in there, and the neighborhood has gone to shit, and you know what it looks like,
Mm-hmm.
but that house looks like okay, maybe pretty decent. I don't think I stay there because the house is too damn big. I,
Yeah.
I'm I can't inspect everything at that time at that hour at night.
Yeah.
That house. What I'm saying is his house was small. He didn't know there was a whole underground shit going on.
Yeah,
So maybe I would stay there because it's easy to inspect.
yeah, but in that fucking neighborhood, like even if the house is okay, that neighborhood looked like fucking The Purge. Like
Yeah, it did.
I'm not
It
staying
did.
there.
It did. It did.
Yeah, I'm not staying there just off the basis of this is a fucked up neighborhood. Just off the basis of like maybe I'm cool in the house, my car's gonna get stolen. Like
Mm.
I'm not staying there that night. But
Yeah,
because he showed up there and walked around like everything was okay, I was like, I don't know if I don't know if I'm acting like everything's okay in this house. Or
yeah, because
staying
he did see the clothes, so he knew people had been there.
there. Mhm.
And in my opinion, I think he was so money hungry on just trying to get his
Yeah.
name clear,
Mhm.
all his common sense went out the fucking window.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you know what I'm saying?
Because he thought they were squatters. Who the
Yeah,
fuck is a squatter with luggage?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. So, all right. We're fucking like going off in tangents or whatever. But
yeah.
so he gets there and he's like, trying to stay in this house. He's trying to get his career back in order because he was accused of rape and all this different shit. Next thing you
In
know,
a pilot show, which means it was a show that was supposed to broadcast.
yeah. So next, he's searching through the house and he finds the fucking the hidden door that was inside this house, and then he goes searching through it. First of all, Chris,
Mm-hmm.
be 100% honest. If you find a stairwell in your basement that leads to a fucking hidden tunnel, are you going down it?
No,
Exactly.
no.
Exactly. The
Look,
girl went against every black person stereotype in every movie you can think of.
look. Not even based on movies. Like where was the common sense? I mean, I understand because the girl was chasing Keith. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh no. She went in there by herself first, didn't she?
Yeah.
And then she came. Okay, yeah, because she got to the I think the gate. Either way, but she
Yeah. She
came
went
back
by
up.
herself. She saw the room and she saw the doorway, but she never went down there. And then
Okay.
after Keith, no, she didn't even see the doorway. After Keith had went down there, that's when she realized there was an extra door that went down even further.
Hmm. Look, honestly, because she just met the dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that was me and I had just met the girl or whatever, like, nah, you open that whole door. First of all, the hallway looks creepy. There's no way I'm gonna sit, I can't see a bed full of blood in a camera. That right there,
yeah.
That alone, a camera in a bed full of blood. Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So let alone find a door that has a whole nother dungeon to it. Fuck you.
Yeah, bro.
Sideways with a sandpaper fucking condom.
Bro.
Okay.
For me, I'm literally saying, I'm like, oh well, he got taken back to the elements. And
look, I go call somebody. Like, I won't know. There's some shit you just don't do by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And she went down looking like, if that had been your dumb ass and you walked down there and I hear you in the distance, Chris, help me. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm not gonna leave you because I'm coming back.
I know.
But
I'm gonna toss my cell phone down here. If you can grab it, call 911.
Man, I'm gonna go get help. Because if I get down there and we're both fucked up, then we're both fucked up.
You ever been in a situation where you had to help somebody who was in a situation where you're like, how the fuck did you get in this situation? I gotta tell the audience. I gotta piss.
You gotta pee already? Oh my good, this guy. I don't know. I can't say I've ever been in a physical situation where I've seen it and had to make a decision. But I've been in some situations where people just do some really, really stupid shit and they're mentally or emotionally fucked up. I'm like, how the fuck did you get here? You know what I'm saying? That shit sucks. But as far as a physical situation, shit, I don't think I can. Unless it's usually me. I'm the physical person. I take the hits. With that being said, we're at a snake bite. Just saying. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. See what Sarath has to say. He just got back. So I told the audience, I don't think I've ever been in a situation like that physically. Maybe mentally, mostly with some people. Like, how the fuck did you get here?
Yeah.
I was like, but as far as being in a physical situation, it's normally usually me that's in the physical situation.
All right, but okay, so how close of a relationship do you have to have with a person before you venture into that cavernous tunnel to go find them? Like, is it your mama or is it you motherfucker who you see at 7-Eleven every other day?
See, it's not hard to say. It's just too realistic to say because I don't fear much of anything. You do another one? I got you.
No, this is Jack. So you're gonna have to be completely honest with this.
Oh yeah, definitely. See, I'm completely honest. Anything I do.
All right, fucking liar.
You saw me. You saw my eyes.
Your eyes turned green. You were like, "No, I'm fucking lying in this situation." Cheers,
Jack Daniel.
Yep.
Okay, so the only way I would probably go down there on my own is if it was my daughter. Anybody else, I'm gonna go get help first. If it's her, I'm going in straightforward.
I can respect that. I can respect that. Fuck you, but I can respect that.
Look, I'm going to get help.
No. I say that, but just know if you're down there, and I'm the only one that can save you, we're gonna have to leave this up to God.
Okay, but you gotta look at the situation though, because you and I both know we ain't no gangsters, we ain't no killers, none of that good stuff, whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
The house had no type of real good weapon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. So if I can find something to help protect me, because if you're down there screaming, obviously you're in pain.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't fight them off with your bare fist, then what am I gonna do? Exactly. I need a baseball bat. I need a sword. I need something. Goddamn it! You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm gonna be 100% honest in this situation. If I'm susceptible to being trapped because a basement door locks, my ass ain't going into a room where I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
because she was like, she She got stuck in the basement just because the door closed.
Look, I would tell you, hey, don't come down here. Go get help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go get help.
Yeah. All right. So at the end of the day, like, so when they went into these tunnels, there was some woman living down there.
Yeah.
And
she was a big woman.
Yeah, but okay, so they did
the most nastiest titties I've ever seen.
Hey, listen. For a woman who's been stuck in the tunnels and doing whatever, it's perkier than I thought.
Look, hold on, wait. Okay, change this real quick. He had to suck those titties.
No, I would not be sucking them titties because there's probably yogurt in there and not milk.
Man,
but
if it kept me alive,
I'm just saying, if you've been in the tunnel watching a fucking paternity fucking video all this time,
yeah,
I don't know. All I'm saying is she was in better shape than I would have assumed. That's it. Not that I would do anything, but she was in better shape than I was. No, but I digress.
Let me find out you got a weird twisted fantasy about some wild, crazy, 8 foot tall Amazon.
First of all, she wasn't 8 foot tall. She was probably like 5'6". It's just everybody in the movie short, so she didn't realize.
Dude, everybody in the tunnels was standing up except for her. Like she hunched over.
I don't know. Well, you think she in the WNBA? Fucking Lisa Leslie?
He probably was. Shit.
Yeah, she out here fucking. Yeah. I'm gonna eat humans on the weekend, but then on the weekdays I dunk on motherfuckers.
What?
They got a mean crossover.
Oh shit!
Like she's the Allen Iverson of motherfuckers living in tunnels.
No, that's what it is.
No, but okay, so so there's this girl who's living in the tunnel, and she was basically made to watch movies about giving birth. And in the flashback, it showed the old dude or the creepy dude following some girl, and then you see later on, you see that same, like, the fabric from the dress. So for me, it would likely be that person is the girl that he kidnapped and brought down there. In my opinion.
See, that's what I thought. But also in the movie, he when he gets back to the neighborhood and his neighbor's like, I'm selling the house or whatever, he says, I'm not going nowhere, and walks in, and he opens the basement door. You hear screaming down there. So there was already, it sounded like different voices, so multiple people already down there.
Yeah, because he had the videotapes with all the different women he had kidnapped over the years. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I don't, because even the black dude that I guess watched the neighborhood, he said something
that was like that dude was the sheriff.
Look,
the homeless sheriff.
Yeah, pretty much. But I was waiting for him to grab his McDonald's fries and fillet of fish. I really was, because I really think it's based off of that story.
That I want him to pull out like a little cap gun and be like, "Yeah, this is my revolver. Stay away."
Shit, nah. But he said something with I think he pulled the girl out the basement.
Yep.
And he said, you got to get out of here. He said she ain't even the scariest thing down there. So which let me know there's something else down there. And this is before the old dude was introduced. But when he said that, she ain't even the scariest thing down there, and it stuck with me. Why the fuck are you still here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He the caretaker of the fucking neighborhood.
Shit. Okay.
It's weird because there's little things that are done in the movie that go like, okay, if they made, fucking part 2, 3, 4, 5, they can expand on. But like, I don't know. It was so out of the ordinary.
Definitely.
That like it made me go, this is a little too unrealistic for me to fucking like follow along.
Like I said, I really think it had to do with the story that came out a couple years ago about Amanda Berry.
See, you keep saying Amanda Berry.
Look her name up. Amanda Berry.
I'm not gonna look it up now, but I will look it up later. And I will text you and be like, "Motherfucker, you got the name wrong."
It's probably Amanda Airy. Who knows? Shit, but it's close enough.
Like Phil, and I have no idea.
Yeah, shit. But
all right, but okay.
Let's go to Justin Long's character, because he's dealing with a whole dilemma.
Yeah, so he was accused of rape. And in whatever Hollywood fucking thing he was involved in. He's accused
He's
of like,
driving down the coast of California, listening to some music that has him in a good mood.
yep. And then he's, he basically realizes he has to run away to Detroit to get away from whatever he's accused of. Question: after everything that happened and the way he reacted to it, did you think he was accused? Do you think he was guilty?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I thought he was guilty too.
I thought he was innocent until he threw her off the tower.
Yeah.
So that's why he got his eyes gouged out. You deserve that shit, you piece of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, I don't know. He sounded like he's someone who was accused of something he didn't do, but after a while, like, he sounds like someone who does some fucked up shit and just tries to get out of it.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a touchy subject. It is.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I honestly was rooting for him, like, after watching BoJack and everything else. No, you gotta watch BoJack. I ain't gonna go there, but you gotta watch BoJack.
I know I do. I'm about to start fucking The Last of Us, which we have to watch The Last of Us.
Okay.
Off camera, I will talk to you about it.
Cool. But what stuck out to me is he did a pilot show, and as a communications major, the pilot is the introduction. It's like if people are in tune with the pilot, then you can go ahead and do the other shows.
Yeah.
And he was accused of going too far in the pilot show, which of course, so he talks later on. He said they were chilling together, whatever, and she got down with the case may be. I told you my ABCDs: A, B, bitches, babes, beautifuls, whatever you want to call yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes means maybe. Maybe means no. No means hell no. Yes is never a fucking yes. It's a maybe. You know what I'm saying? Put that in your fucking heads, people. Yeah. Yes means maybe. Maybe means no. No means hell no. If you get a hell no, go home and jerk off and just cry because you suck at life. Okay? I'm just saying. Shit. Because in the movie, he's like, she was getting down. Maybe because she wanted to get you off of her.
Yeah. She was just like, yo, just get this shit over and done with and get off me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you get a yes, in the words of Captain Holly, I'm going to salute you with both hands. Captain Holly, if you get a yes, call somebody and be, hey, she said yes. You said yes, right? You hear this, right? Yes? Okay. I got a backup plan. Right. Guys, get a plan B too, goddammit. Just saying.
All right, so again, just the long character got there and he realized there was other people in the house. He was asking, like, hey, do these motherfuckers like do they just leave their shit? Which to me, it's like if I show up at my house, which is also an Airbnb, and I see brand new cars parked outside, I see fucking duffel bags full of clothes, a fucking laptop that connects to this person. Like, I'm asking questions. I'm not just sitting there chilling like, oh, these squatters left. Like that, those aren't the signs of squatters. And then this motherfucker goes into the basement, finds the secret room, finds the extra fucking staircase, and all he's thinking is, money. I can sell this shit for more money.
Yeah. Like,
come on.
Like that's what my turning point was for his character. Like, you got a whole case going on. You just walked into a room with why does nobody pay attention to the bloody bed in the camera?
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, this room is 8 by 10. Dude, there's a whole bloody fucking mattress.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Even with the girl.
Bro, if you went into a house and you saw what looked like a fucking creepy ass situation as a bedroom hidden with a bucket and fucking bloody fucking mattress on shit, what would you do? Honestly.
If I walked into the house and I saw that,
yeah,
no, I gotta go call somebody.
Exactly, because you calling the police, right?
That's fuck. It's covered in. I've watched SVU too many times to know what bloody mattresses mean.
Yeah, the only time we saw the police in this movie is when the girl found them at the fucking gas station.
And then you want to do their damn job. And they say blue lives matter. No, I'm joking. No. I'm not going that route.
Blue lives do matter, just not in this situation.
It's a movie, people. It's a movie.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying, like, there were so many red flags to where people like reacted in a way that to me it wasn't real or natural. You know,
Yeah.
if I go down in the basement and I find a hidden door, trust I ain't going in there. Actually, no, back that up. My dumb ass might go in there.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'd go with it too, just not by myself. I need to know. I need to know. I got a backup plan.
Yeah.
That's all
What
it is.
what are you bringing with you if you go into a room like that? If you go into
Shit.
a tunnel where you see stairs going down, you know.
You need a flashlight for one, and a good ass flashlight.
Yeah, because
That's
all they
number
have
one.
was cell phone flashlights, right?
Get the fuck out of here. That's the cell phones fucking die, people.
Yeah.
Shit. They're not. They're not what the world. Shit. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But shit, they're not. They're not everything. You need a good. You need a good old Duracell, thick ass fucking battery that's about that big,
Yeah.
in the flashlight, and you need a weapon. Look. I'm bringing my shotgun. I'm bringing my pistol. I'm bringing all my knives. You know what I'm saying?
Right. First of all, you brought that kind of stuff on our hike in Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
I know for sure you're bringing that into a scary situation because
Yes.
you brought it into a fucking like a leisure event.
Look, we saw bears walking. It wasn't leisure.
Yeah. All right. So before we go any further, all right. So here's the thing. The old man, so Justin Long, he's in the fucking tunnels. He ends up finding like a bell, and he follows the line. He ends up, I don't know where, but he ends up somewhere else where he finds the old man on a fucking like a cot or a bed, and presumably motherfucker's got like cancer or something. He looks like he's like on his deathbed.
He's watching old fucking videos.
So if that old man is there, whose house are they in? Like,
okay.
like why is he there if that was his house in the beginning?
I think because he disappeared. I think something must have happened, and he just wasn't able to show his face no more.
I don't know. I
Because
personally feel I personally feel like they tried to up the creepy factor, and they didn't think about like how does this look to the audience watching. You know, because like if I walked into this fucking like creepy room, whatever, and all of a sudden I come across an old dude sitting there hacking a fucking lung and whatever, yeah, it'd be creepy as fuck. But apparently that motherfucker is supposed to own this house that I used to own or that I own right now. So like, what makes him go from owning that house to living in a hole way down in the basement?
look, man, because he was doing a whole bunch of fucked up shit, and it fucked up his mind. You know what I'm
But they
saying?
didn't show that. They didn't show that.
No, they did. Which, his character is so interesting to me too, because I mean, I don't know how the 70s were, but he puts on a jumpsuit with the name Carlos on it.
Mm-hmm.
He does not look like a Carlos, especially in the 70s.
Hell no. They look
No.
like a Phil or
Look,
a Marmaduke.
even his neighbors or his neighbor would just say, "Hey, Frank," never once looked at the suit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, how much do we not pay attention to of the closest things to us?
I don't know. Do you feel like you pay attention to everybody's small detail? Like, do you think there's anyone in your vicinity who could be a serial killer besides you?
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Listen, first of all, there's no such thing as a black serial killer. I ain't never seen one in my life. There's
Oh, yes, there is. Lucky Charms, Count Chocula, Golden Grams. We kill all them son bitches. I ain't shit, and I know it. Oh man. Oh god.
I'm fucking crying.
Oh man. I don't even like cereal. Shit. Oh man.
Okay, can't even think straight.
Pull it together. Pull it together.
Right.
Oh man.
Oh goddamn.
Oh that was. Oh man. Yeah.
All right. So
now I'm laughing off of you. Oh man.
all right. So at the end of the movie, like Justin Long's character comes across the half black girl. I think she was mixed. She looked like she was mixed.
She does.
But he comes across her in like a fucking little dungeon kind of trap kind of thing. And we find out that the creepy monster girl, whatever, is just wants to be a mother. She's trying to get these people to like act like a baby.
Yeah.
Because she's been watching this baby video for however long, whatever. And like she's enamored with the idea of having a baby. So, she stuck the bottle with the fucking nipple on it. And the black girl drank that shit. Would you drink it?
To stay alive, yeah.
That motherfucker had a hair in it.
I know. I
ain't worried about the hair, but
look, man, if you've ever been in situations where you got to stay alive, desperate times call for desperate measures for real. Yeah. And if I'm sitting there and she says just drink it, and she's alive, I might have to trust you right now because you've been here longer. You've been here longer than me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
but what was interesting is when Justin Long finds the room, the beast woman, she backs off.
Yep.
Which I thought was very interesting. It's like whatever's in that room, she knew. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. I wonder sometimes what psychological programming can do to a person.
A whole fucking lot. Shit.
Well, yeah, but like, you saw this presumably healthy American woman driven to a point where like her only mindset was, I gotta have a baby. Because listen, there couldn't have been that much time in between when the white dude started kidnapping women to when this girl was born or whatever. But like probably 20 years. So it wasn't enough time for someone to be born of incest and then grown up to the age where all they know is this darkness. For me, I gotta assume that this beast of a woman is someone who was a regular person at one point and then became that person. So what does psychological programming do to a person that makes them forget all the nuances of life and just become a beast like that?
There's a movie that came out a few years back, or like I'm gonna say maybe 10 years back. And I don't remember what it was called, but Josh Brolin was in it. Spike Lee directed it. And Josh Brolin's character, he was locked in a dungeon for like 20 years. And all he eats is the certain type of dumpling, a certain type of Chinese food. You know what I'm saying? And he watches the same show over and over again, not knowing that the same show is his daughter talking about something he did back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck movie is this?
I really wish I could remember, but I can't think.
Brolin and Spike Lee.
Yes, Spike Lee directed it, and Josh Brolin is the main character. But he sat in his room and ate this one type of food and watched this one show for like 20 years.
Yep.
So when he got out, no matter what he ate, it didn't taste good. Until he went to Chinatown, and he found the symbol that he saw on the Chinese food and ate there, and he ate everything because that's what he was used to. So I feel like, look, I mean, I don't know who said this, I don't know when it was said, but your eyes, I really believe, are the gateway to the soul. You ever heard somebody say, I looked in his eyes, looked in their eyes, and something didn't look right, something didn't feel right?
Yeah, but usually they were a predator. They were
Look
just
at
trying to
look at Beautiful Boy. What he said, he had look. Oh, not Beautiful Boy. On Blue Bayou.
yeah.
But he said he had a pretty face or a good face or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at somebody's eyes and know, hey, this is cool right here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? No matter how fucked up they look, their eyes tell a different story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. It's just weird because like the idea that like I can be who I am right now and then in
Mm-hmm.
the span of 5-10 years become someone I don't recognize
Mm.
is just a really it's a crazy thought, you know? Like you're
Not really. It's a
I mean,
crazy thought, but it can happen.
yeah, I'm sure it can happen, but just thinking that it might happen, maybe because I don't know. For some reason, I sometimes your ego tells you that you can't you can't diverge from who you are. So when you know something, your ego tells you that you know it for a lifetime. But in reality, some motherfuckers can reprogram you to be like, nah, that's whatever, what 2 + 2, that ain't gonna be in your brain in 5 years. If I reprogram you to think, fucking liver tastes like fucking, sirloin.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, well, okay. Well, if with that scenario, look at the difference in people, how we all grow up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're Cambodian. You know, I'm a lot of things. um,
You Black American.
that's on the outside.
A Black
But
American is different from everything else. Why? Because you're naturally cool. You might have you might get the underside of the American culture, but you're naturally cool.
you know what? I'm gonna just clap my
Oh,
hands on
that's the
that one.
thing. Listen, the Black American is naturally cool. If you look at like culture as far as like other countries,
Mm-hmm.
like the Black American is, I don't want to say it's the preeminent culture, but like it's a culture that is viewed as popular,
Hmm.
you know? So I feel like if you go to another country, like, oh, you Black, you American, oh, you wanna go to bed tonight? Oh, I want to experience this.
But
Yeah.
naturally cool and going to bed is two different things.
Yeah, but I'm saying like when you got that access, but then in
Mm.
America you hit the negativity that's
Mm.
associated with it. But in other countries, you might have access that you wouldn't normally have because you Black and you American. But,
Mm.
oh, look at you! Are you Drake? Oh my God, you're Drake. But nah, I'm a motherfucker from Tuscaloosa. I ain't Drake, but
Mm.
we all look alike.
Mm. Okay.
That's what I mean. I don't know. I'm
No,
talking
no.
shit.
I mean,
I'm just
nah.
talking shit. For those listening, I'm just talking shit. Whatever. Don't take me seriously.
Nah. I mean, I'm gonna let that ride because it's actually kind of cool because you know me, I've traveled across the world
Yeah.
and I've considered myself the cool black guy.
Dude, the African American, I think, is to me is the preeminent. I don't want to say culture, but
Mhm.
the preeminent like figure in popular culture nowadays.
Yeah.
And a lot of things are modeled after what African American culture is in America.
Mm.
You go to Korea, you go to Japan, whatever. Like, there's a lot of things are going on there that stem from American, like African American culture.
AKA hip hop.
Yep.
That's
So
just what it is.
yeah. Do
So
you like that? Do you like the fact that you've become a symbol of what's cool in this world? I mean, you're
um
not cool, but African American is.
I'm cool. I'm cool on the other side of the pillow, baby. But no-
Yeah.
uh,
It's a 1990s reference. People won't
yeah,
know
for
that,
real.
but
Nah, I mean, I don't know where I was going when I first started off with that,
yeah.
but now that you put it out there like that, it makes sense. Like how many black people that traveled overseas, whether it was Michael Jordan
Mhm.
or Noriega. I watched stories of DMX and
Yeah.
you know Obama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't really get much disrespect.
Until
It's
they come
like
back to America, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Listen. I'm going to be real upfront with it right now.
Mhm.
You don't see no porn categories called Asian, but you see blacked, right? Ain't nobody ain't nobody starving for this Asian dick, right?
Oh my God. Okay, keep going. I will throw it off. Keep going.
What I'm saying, like, you know, the African American is a very preeminent like person in as far as popular culture in the world. You know? So I don't know. I just feel like in America, you know, an African American gets pushed down to the bottom of the totem pole because everywhere else in the world, they're viewed as, yeah, that's the cool motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, but you know, I just noticed that, like, you know, hip hop is so popular in other parts of the country. And when you watch popular culture, like a lot of stuff stem from like hip hop culture.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, African American culture is synonymous with hip hop culture. I don't know if it's the same, but it's synonymous. So
I mean, shit, look
right
at
there,
50.
you get a step up.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, look at 50. 50, in my opinion, is one of the most goonest dudes that I don't know because I don't know him. Yeah, he's a goon. 50's a fucking
Yeah, it's a
50's a fucking monster. Everybody knows that.
Yeah,
50 will fight you and then sign a $3 million deal right after.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then be cool about it.
Yeah.
But I remember when I was overseas, when he first came out, 50 was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I guess in your opinion or what you just said, he was the cool black dude. You know what I'm saying? He had hip hop culture, music was right, everything was moving.
Yeah.
So everything based on America was 50's image.
Yeah.
And that's kind of hard to match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is. Like you don't ever see any other cultures that take over, you know, other cultures the same way African American culture takes over. That's it. I don't know. It's weird. It's I don't know. But either way, end of the movie. All right. So
yeah. I know you know where we are.
Speaking of African Americans, so this girl runs into a homeless dude who's kind of the caretaker of the neighborhood. First of all, if I'm a caretaker of that neighborhood, my motherfucker, I need to go apply at McDonald's.
Look, man, I'm telling you, he's the black dude from the Amanda Berry story. I was waiting for him to pull out a fillet of fish at some McDonald's. I really was. Some fries. Go back and watch the interview. Please do. You know what I'm saying?
I will look this up because you bring up the name Amanda Berry so much that I gotta figure this out. But anyways, so this dude is he's trying to help out the girl, and basically this monster of a girl, like, you know, she comes out from the house at night, whatever, and she runs rampant, and like, so he's aware of her, but like he's trying to save these people from her wrath.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing you know, there's a fight that happens on the fucking water tower. Justin Long tosses the girl off. Nothing really happens to her.
Yeah, because her mom saved her.
Yeah, but this is one of those situations where, well, here's the thing: her mom saved her, but it almost felt like the beast of a woman, like her motherly instincts almost saved her. Like, cause it made it look like I don't want to say caught her, but she saved her because, like, you know, she viewed the black girl as her baby.
Her baby, yeah.
She sucked on the nipple.
So you mean to tell me? So you mean to tell me if I suck on a old deformed Caucasian nipple, I'll be saved? I'll be saved? Like forever?
Yeah, this shit, the nipple look like a puzzle piece.
Oh my God, I gotta stop drinking. This is terrible. As I pour another glass.
I am fucked up right now.
Yeah,
Pour
I
another
can
glass.
I can
I'll
see.
pour another glass.
No, I'm pouring the wine. Well, I'm gonna do a shot too, but I'm pouring
All
the
right,
wine
we'll
right
pour
now.
another shot. Let me go take a bit. Let me go to the bathroom real quick. But okay, so real quick, while I go to the bathroom, the black dude pulled them into
His
it's not a
his
safe house, but
his
wherever he's
bungalow.
staying. Yeah. So you tell the audience, if a motherfucker brings you into that scenario while you're trying to run away from someone, how would you react?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's take into consideration that before they got to this guy's bunker, the girl had just been shot, which we skipped over. And they're just trying to get to safety. So when you want to get to safety, your common sense kind of goes out the window. Unless you see something that's really, really wrong. All you know is you want to be somewhere safe. You got to get safe. And if somebody's willing to help you, then that's safe. Which is, fucked up, the people that use it as their advantage. But he takes him into his bunker and he says that, out of all his time of living there, I think it was like 15 years or something like that, the beast woman ain't never came in there. But she does that time because she wants her baby. You know what I'm saying? So I think that oh, shit, that was loud. It this sounds so cliche, but it was safe until it wasn't, because they wanted safety. Like I just explained to the listeners and the viewers, she had just been shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you're going through anything traumatic, all you want to do is know you're safe. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So if somebody just comes out and is willing to help you,
Yeah.
you don't have time to analyze, are they doing this to help me or for their own personal gain?
Yeah.
All you know is I need help and there's somebody here to help me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's my shoot. I got bit by the snake. I went and laid in the middle of the street. Homeboy Dylan. I mean, I ain't gonna say we're friends because I keep that word tight. But we check on each other every week. Hey, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Because I went and laid in the middle of the street because I needed help.
Yeah.
And he stopped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, yeah, I just the black dude or whatever, he said he lived there for 15 years. Was it 15 years?
Something like that.
And he
Here's
said,
the thing. How you live there for 15 years, know about this naked bitch, and not do something about it?
I think because he knew during the
You
day.
probably look like her, like, oh, she's the neighborhood watch.
I think he knew during the day he can go walk around the neighborhood freely and get whatever supplies he needed.
Yeah, as long as he
And
stays
that,
at night, he's good.
because he said she never came in there
Yeah,
until she wanted her baby.
but that's a fucked up mentality, right? Like, I'm gonna
The whole
just go.
movie was fucked up, but yeah, keep
No,
going.
but I'm gonna go get what I can get while I can get it, and then after, everybody, it's everybody for themselves. It's kind of like,
Mm.
I don't know. I think it's a very selfish mentality, but at the
Unless,
same time, it's like, man, you're letting fucked up shit percolate and like grow within your neighborhood because you refuse to take action.
but you know what? Because with that being said, if he was the day walker and she's the night walker, so to speak, if she, I mean, if they think about it, he was out there today.
Blade.
She came, huh?
So that motherfucker's Blade.
Shit in his own little world, probably.
Yeah.
Who's to say he didn't want to go check their luggage to see what he could use for himself?
Yeah.
But he caught the girl in the daytime, and he said, "Don't go in that house."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know.
Dude, there was way too many red flags for me to keep going back to that house. I swear to God.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The fact that girl kept going back, if that motherfucker had like got dragged into that fucking tunnel, the Bill Skarsgård character, Keith, whatever. If he had gotten pulled into that tunnel, swear to God, my ass is going to the police station. Those motherfuckers are gonna deal with it. My ass ain't going down there.
Look,
I like crazy, scary shit.
Look, man. Too many movies have shown it. I've seen Silence of the Lambs. I've seen fuck, what was the other damn movie? Uh, out of Massachusetts. Amityville Horror. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay. Amityville Horror is New York. Haunting in
Nothing.
Connecticut is in Connecticut.
I thought Amityville Horror was in Massachusetts.
No, that's in New York. Fucking, what's your name? What's that girl? Lizzie Borden. That's out of Massachusetts. That's the girl that killed her mom and her dad with a hatchet 55 times in the head. Like fucking Mario knocking
I,
on Goombas and shit.
I love the sound effects. But what I'm saying is, even though this is a movie, there've been too many movies that's shown. If you find an underground house in your house,
Mhm.
don't go down there.
Yeah, get away from that shit.
You're not Jodie Foster,
Yeah,
and she shot blindly.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? She shot because she was scared
yeah.
and got lucky.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Bill was gonna do some things.
Yeah, all that girl needed to do was just trip, and then I'm like, "Yeah, you're every Caucasian person in the scary movie." That she went and checked out the scary situation. She saw the scary situation and didn't run. She called the cops, but after they ran away, they left. She just left it to the devices. Like, hey, go to the fucking police station.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And if the cops even care,
Mhm.
then that should be a red flag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If
exactly.
he call help and the help is like, yeah, nah, we ain't touching this.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
All right, brother. Final thoughts on Barbarian on HBO Max.
I thought it was a good thriller, a good scary movie. A decent story plot, because even when they did the whole switch up and how they made them connect together,
Yeah.
I can respect it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That the fact that we dove into the deeper shit is like, okay, making us think more. But as an overall preference, it was cool.
Yeah.
I could dig it.
I wasn't sure if I liked the movie before we talked. After talking, I think I like it. Just off the basis of they took chances.
Hmm.
They took chances on their storytelling, and they didn't go with the normal formula. So I can give a little leeway to that. Whether they succeeded, I don't know. That's up to the viewer. But the idea that they were trying to do something different, I can respect that. So yeah, I do like the movie. And
Cool.
like, again, that switch up where it goes from one story to the next, it's
Mhm.
very jarring. But when it comes back around, it's actually really cool.
Mhm.
I mean, I just don't know why a motherfucker would even go into the house seeing the fucking neighborhood the way it was, but I don't know.
I mean, we
Well,
talked about
no.
that.
Listen, the Justin Long character, he owned that house. If I owned that house and I came back to the neighborhood and it looked like that, I'd be like, why the fuck didn't nobody tell me that the neighborhood looks like this?
I bet you if there was a rice cooker on the stove, you'd be like, okay.
First of all, that's racist. Second of all, true.
You'd have got you a bowl and you'd have walked around trying to figure out what's going on. Then you'd have been happy.
I'd looked at homegirl with the saggy titties. I'd be like, hey, can you cook? That's it.
Oh man.
I looked at the brother that lived by the water tower. I'm like, hey, what kind of recipes you got? Because that's the thing. Like, to me, my biggest complaint about this movie, it wasn't so much the story or whatever. It's the fact that you had this house that clearly was set up as a house that normal people would be attracted to if you're going to book an Airbnb, whatever. But it's set up in an area that literally makes you go, why the fuck would anybody stay here? Like, if I drove up to that neighborhood, I'd leave before I even checked out the house. Plain simple. And again, I've stayed at plenty of Airbnbs. I've booked plenty of Airbnbs for me and you. Like, if the neighborhood looks like shit, we're leaving. It's not even a question.
And that's the funny part about me and you, because you were leaving, and I'm gonna look around like, am I prepared for this? And if I'm prepared for it, then okay, I'm cool. If I'm not prepared for it, then I gotta leave.
Bro, the only thing you prepare for is a buffet.
Look, fried chicken cures everything.
So that doesn't mean you can fucking,
Look,
you're not gonna risk I understand risking a heart attack for some fried chicken, but I'm not risking decapitation.
If I'm in the house and Jason comes through with a machete and I'm got the deep fryer full of some fried chicken wings with some lemon pepper and mild sauce on the side, shout out to Chicago for the record, he might stop and be like, oh,
All right.
before I kill you, let me get like 3 wings. I'm like, here, eat.
All right. So
Just saying.
no. All right. So not to. This isn't racist. So for all y'all listening, calm down.
It's gonna be racist.
No. I'm saying if you show up at an Airbnb in that kind of scenario, and a creepy looking white dude shows up, pulls open the door and says, "Hey, I booked this before you." Are you being like, "Oh yeah, we'll figure this out," or are you be like, "Let me leave and go figure this out myself"? Are you giving him the benefit of the doubt?
I wouldn't let him in the house.
No, but he's already in the house.
Oh, you say he's in there before you
He's
get
in the
there.
house. You show up and you're like, "Hey man, I booked this house before you did," or whatever. But like, are you giving him the benefit of the doubt, or you be like, hey man, listen, I didn't watch The Shining enough times. We good.
You know what? In this day and age, I think we good.
Yeah.
Because if you travel, don't get me wrong, some people, really are standing on their last leg. But if you travel to get to a spot for an interview, or the case may be, and it didn't work, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna stick with sleeping in my car.
Bro,
I've done it too many times.
Ain't no job
Back seat,
worth
front seat, trunk, all of it. I've been in all of them.
Ain't no job worth putting myself through that. I will go sleep on the campus of wherever the fucking whatever the conference is at. I will sleep in the parking lot of that conference. Go take a shower at Planet Fitness. Good.
Look, it's too easy.
Yeah.
And look, man, look. Y'all might be sleeping. Keep a razor blade on you. Look, you think I'm joking? Them some bitches are too sharp and too little.
Yeah.
Keep them on you.
Yeah.
They cause damage.
All right. So do you give a thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, 1 thumbs up to this movie?
I would give it 1 because it was entertaining.
Yeah. Okay.
It sparked my mind. We talked. I think we had a great conversation about it. Surprised to hit theaters, but
I don't know if it theaters because I didn't see anything about it. But motherfucker made 45 million.
Okay.
He made it made 45 million in box office.
Okay, and I thought you said theater, so maybe I misheard.
Well, that's the thing. I think it hit theaters. I don't know if I ever saw it, but somehow it hit 45 million in box office off of a $4 million budget. So clearly it did something good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll give it a 1 thumbs up because I like the chances it took with story. I think it could have been executed a little better, but I like the chances it took.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just keep it simple, keep it straight. Yeah, 1 thumbs up. It's a cool thriller.
Yeah.
Especially the first 30-40 minutes. Because it's gonna point you to the movie. If you don't want to watch after that, then something's wrong with you. Because if the first 40 minutes pull you into it, so you want to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I like the past present type scenario they had going on.
Yeah. And the more we talk about it, the more I'm a little softer on the how harsh the transfer is from one story to the next, because it's a fucking harsh ass like boom.
It was harsh.
But that's the only thing I didn't like, because it was so harsh. It made me go, "The fuck just happened?" That's it. That's the only thing that I didn't like. But now that we're talking about it and I can think about it more, I'm like, that harshness made me think of the second half of the movie in a separate way.
You know why it's so harsh?
What's up?
And I'm gonna say some racist shit. Because you as Asians are used to cutting off duck's neck with no problem. It just goes. Let a black person have to cut a leg quarter. You gotta find that bone in between that leg and that quarter. And you gotta chop it really, really, really fucking hard to make sure you get none of the bone and all the meat. You know what I'm saying? So I like the fact that it was chopped hard, because I wanted to get the meat. You just want the shit to be there.
Listen, that means you're.
I don't know how much sense that made, but I just want to say it.
I don't know how much sense it made either, but yeah, that's Chris.
Shit.
All right, cool. So what's your final takeaway from the movie? What's your big
My
lesson?
my
What's
big
your big
lesson:
lesson?
don't do shit. Don't do. I can't say that because I don't live by it. Mm, um, if you got to make a or death decision, make sure there's somebody that can preserve your life in case it's death.
Okay, I
If
I can
if
go.
if that makes sense. If you have to make a life or death decision because she had to go down the stairs, she didn't have to, but she chose to.
Mhm.
Make sure there's somebody that can preserve your life
Yeah.
because you might be facing death.
Okay, I can go with
That's
that.
it.
My takeaway from this movie is uh, give Sasuke this shot right here.
Oh, wait. Oh, you piece of. Okay, you
Go
didn't drink it.
ahead, pour the jack. I'll take it. My takeaway from this movie is, hey, don't be a hero. Don't be a hero. You see a room that's connected to a fucking rope in the basement. You ain't got to go inside. You don't have to check it out. First of all, you're not a fucking an expert. You don't know
Mm.
what foundations of houses are made of. You don't gotta go check it out. Call a motherfucker. Get them to check it out.
Call a motherfucker.
That's it. Call a motherfucker. Cheers.
I'm a piece of shit.
Mhm.
Love you, dude.
Mm. As always, this is Sarath and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. Woo. It's your boy Sarath, aka my cousin.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Fort Delta. You'll be
Yeah.
good.
If anything, just remember, like, just because you want to do something good doesn't mean you have to be a hero. Like, doing something good, doing the right thing doesn't always necessarily mean putting yourself in danger. Sometimes the right thing is getting the people who are capable to go and go do it for you.
Yeah, for real.
Mhm.
And cops, don't be douches. Help everybody.
Yeah. Fuck you. Go ahead and let that girl.
Oh God.
Because they let that girl fucking stroke on her own.
Oh man. He hit with the FU words.
Listen. Also, as a man who books a lot of Airbnbs, like I book an ungodly amount of Airbnbs because I love Airbnbs. Do your research. Click on that street view.
Yeah.
Know what the motherfucker looks like in the daytime. I've had really good experiences with Airbnbs. Chris can attain. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he can attest. A lot of the places we've
Test.
stayed, that sun comes up, you look outside, you realize, oh, we in a nice place. But
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't mean there ain't shit out there. So yeah, do your research. This ain't a comic book, this ain't a storybook. Like, there are people out there who are aiming to set up something nice in order to trap you in something negative. Like, just be aware.
Indeed. And on that note, I guess we out.
Yeah, we out. Bro, what the fuck is on your finger?
I ripped my headphones out.
This shit look
Trick.
like you
Huh?
tying up a fucking pork loin.
Hey, I'm gonna get one tomorrow morning.
Ooh, I want some. In all honesty, and this isn't up your alley, but I kind of want some ice cream and some cake right now.
Get the fuck out of here. No, man. I need something fat, greasy, fried, and flipped over 2 times. Eat it up, beat it up, then switch sides. Call it a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like my sweets. I love my
Yeah.
meats, but I like my sweets. Meats, sweets. Yeah.
Nah. I need look the gas station in Alabama. They have won me over. At 4 in the morning, if I can get catfish, pork chops, chicken legs, wings, thighs, sausage,
Bro,
ham.
you about to shake hands with Dr. Cardiac Arrest.
No, that's why you gotta keep drinking water. Keep
All right,
drinking water.
fair enough.
And V8s. Hey, there
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. Get your water in the V8.
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna get a VA. I'm gonna get a VA poster so we can get another sponsor.
Yeah. All right, we out. Peace.
Yeah.